this video we will discuss three parts of injection mold that are very important to injection mold. Number one is guide bush. The other one is guide pillar. The third one is sprue bush. Now we will discuss each part in detail. Now you can see there is a inside hole. That is we call it ID. This is the inside hole. And we call it a ID. On the outside, this is a diameter which we call outside diameter. This is the shoulder diameter and this is the spigot diameter. So there are three diameters: spigot diameter, shoulder diameter and outside diameter. Now this is the pillar and this diameter is called the working diameter of the pillar or the pillar diameter. This pillar diameter goes into the ID of the guide bush like this. This goes into the ID of the guide bush, and this guide pillar and the guide bush, they align the mold. The mold is always in two halves. One is a fixed half and the other is a moving half. Normally the guide bush is fitted into the fixed half. Guide bush is fitted into the moving half and the guide pillar is fitted into the fixed half. 4 guide bush are used and 4 guide pillars are used. When the mold closes, the guide pillar goes into the guide bush and the guide bush and guide pillar align the mold very precisely. Now we will discuss each part separately. Now this is the guide bush as we have already discussed, and you are seeing that there is a ID, there is an inside hole. You can see that this is the inside hole. This one is the inside hole. This one is you can see that this one is the inside hole. Now the pillar comes here like this, and the fit which is made between the pillar diameter and the ID of the guide bush is a clearance fit. It is a clearance or a sliding fit. It is a very precision sliding fit. and the fit is H7G6, H7G6, where H7 is the tolerance of the ID of the guide bush and G6 is the tolerance of the pillar diameter, that is this one. G6, small G6 is the tolerance of the pillar diameter. So the fit is H7G6. It is a clearance fit and it is a very precision clearance fit or sliding fit. And this aligns the mold very precisely. This aligns the mold very precisely. So the function of the guide pillar and the guide bush is that they align the two halves of the mold very precisely with a fit between the guide pillar and the guide bush as H7G6. Now we will discuss the function of the OD. This is the outside diameter. The tolerance here is small k6, and this diameter goes into a counterboard hole which is there in the core plate. The tolerance of that counterboard hole is H7 and the tolerance here is small k6. So the fit which is created is H7K6. H7K6. This is a transition fit and it can be a clearance fit or it can be a interference fit. It can be a clearance fit or it can be a interference fit. But we try to obtain a interference fit so that the guide bush goes into this counterboard hole and fits properly by slightly pushing it into the hole. So the function of the outside diameter, this is the outside diameter, is to retain the guide bush into the core plate. Now we come to, this is the shoulder diameter. This is the shoulder diameter and it goes into the counter bore of the counterboard hole in the core plate and it prevents the guide bush from coming out of the core plate. The fit between this shoulder diameter and the counter bore is a very liberal fit and it is how much? It is 0.5 millimeter per side. Now this is the spigot diameter and this is projected. This is projected from the core plate. The function of this spigot diameter is to align the core plate and core back plate. When you see other videos, you will see that how this aligns the core plate and the core back plate. The tolerance here is small E7. So I have explained you the function of the of the spigot diameter, shoulder diameter and the outside diameter. Now the material of this is, you can see it is 1.2162 or 21 Mn chromium 5 or EN353. This is a case hardening steel. So that means it is hardened only on the surface, not inside. Not inside. The hardness you can see in my book, the description of which is given in the description box. It is a Kindle book. It is a Kindle book or a digital book which is published on Amazon.in, and you can buy it as you buy other products from the Amazon. Before buying this book, you have to download the Kindle app in your mobile or laptop and buy the book, so that the book will be downloaded into your laptop or mobile. The description of the book is given in the description box. The name of the book is Injection Mold Design Basics for Thermoplastic by Pramod KR. By Pramod KR. In this, the drawing of the guide bush is given, guide pillar is given, and the sprue bush is given. Many details you can find in this book. It is a very useful book, costing only 300 rupees, which is very, very cheap. So I recommend that you buy this book and you can learn a lot from this book. Now we come to guide pillar. This is the guide pillar, as you can see, and there are 4 diameters. One, this is pillar diameter, this is the step diameter, this is the shoulder diameter, and this is the spigot diameter. This is the spigot diameter. Now, as you have already seen, that this pillar diameter goes inside the ID of the guide bush, and by this both the halves of the mold are aligned. This step diameter goes into the cavity plate, and here the tolerance is small k6, and the tolerance in the cavity plate, that is the counter board hole, is H7. So the fit which is formed is also H7 K6, H7 K6. As I have already told you that this is a transition fit. It can be a clearance fit or it can be a interference fit, but we try to obtain the interference fit so that the pillar goes slightly by pushing and it fits properly. Now this is the shoulder diameter. This is the shoulder diameter. It fits into the counter bore, in the counter board hole in the cavity plate, and it prevents the coming out of the pillar from the cavity plate. This will prevent the coming out of the pillar from the cavity plate. Now this is spigot diameter. This one is a spigot diameter, and this projects from the cavity plate, and it aligns the cavity plate and the front plate. The tolerance here is E7. The tolerance here is E7, small E7. The hardness and the material is same as the guide bush. You can look up into the book, which for which I have already given you the reference. The reference is available in the description box, and it is a very useful book. If you really want to make a career in the injection mold design, you must buy the book. Now we will discuss the sprue bush. This is the this is the sprue bush. This is the sprue bush. Now you can see that here this is a spherical profile. This is a, you can see here it is a spherical profile, and there is a small hole. You can see this is a small hole. Now the nozzle of the machine comes and sits here. It sits here. That is when it is a horizontal injection molding machine. This will be like a horizontal in the mold, and the nozzle will come and it will sit here. The plastic material, which is in the form of a viscous mass, will come through the nozzle and it will enter into the sprue bush through this small hole, and it will come out from this hole, which is a bigger hole, and it will go into the runner channel. Now you can see that this hole is big, and on this side the hole is small. You can see this hole is small. It means that this hole is not straight, it is a tapered hole. It is a tapered hole. This tapered hole is made because when the mold opens, the sprue, I will explain you what is sprue. The plastic material which goes into the sprue bush, that is the taper plastic portion which forms in the sprue bush, is known as sprue, and this thing is a sprue bush. So when the mold opens, the sprue is pulled from the sprue bush, and if it is taper, it comes out easily. It comes out very easily without any difficulty. So that is the purpose of this tapered hole. Now this diameter, that is a small diameter, goes into the cavity plate, and this big diameter goes into the front plate. So all other details you can see in the book because the drawing is given. Now you can see there is a hole here on the side. This one, you can see this is the hole here on the side. Now we put a hardened pin into this, and when this sprue bush is fitted, this hardened pin goes into a slot in the front plate, and this hardened pin prevents the rotation of the sprue bush. When it is assembled, it should not rotate. Why? Because this is a standard sprue bush. So there is nothing here except this hole. But when we use it in the mold, we have to cut a runner channel here. So the plastic material which comes out from this big hole will go through the runner channel. It will go through the runner channel into the cavity insert, and then it will go to the impression. Now if it rotates, what will happen? The alignment of the runner channel in the sprue bush and in the cavity insert will get disturbed. So it is required that the sprue bush should not rotate. it should not rotate, and that is why we provide a pin here. This is a hole, this is a hole. We insert a hardened pin here, and then it goes into the slot, and it does not, it prevents the rotation of the sprue bush. Now other details you can see in my book. Now other point which I want to emphasize is that the polish in the tapered hole must be very good, so that when the sprue is pulled, it is pulled smoothly and it does not create any problem in pulling the sprue. The material of this sprue bush is 1.2343, that is H11. It is a hot die steel, and the hardness is HRC 48 to 52. So it is not necessary that this material is to be used only. Different manufacturers use different material and they give different hardness. So other details, all other details you can see in the book. So if you want to make your career in the injection mold design field, you must buy this book. This is a very handy book, and it is done on 3D platform, so it is very easy to understand. Thank you.